Hello and welcome to the new episode of the AWS Training for Beginners. Siavash is here, and in today's tutorial we are going to learn how to connect to the Linux instance that we launched in previous video. So let's begin. Here is our Linux instance, and if you remember, we download the key name for AWS to log in. It is already in our download folder for us. We use this uh, private key to connect to our Linux instance. So make sure that in a production environment, you keep this file in a very secure place. And there are several methods to connect. Just click on a connect. EC2 instance connect is the easiest method. You use the browser to log into your instance. So you don't need anything extra. And just click on a connect button to get connected. There is a one default username for Amazon AMI EC2 that user. Click on a connect, and that's it. We are get connected to our Linux instance, and you can run any command you like. Just print the working directory. And who am I? These are just basic Linux commands you can use. Sudo su, let's privilege, get a root privilege, and we are root. As you can see, the command prompt change, and we are in the root. So we can go back to a normal user and just run the sudo yum update to update the old repository. As you can see, this instance automatically connected to the internet. In a previous video, we put the public IP for this instance. We can ping. Let's ping 8888. We have a ping reply. Let's test the DNS. Ping good old yahoo.com. And yep, so we have everything. I have config to check that the network interfaces. You can see that our local IP address, subnet mask, and all other information related to the interface. And the information are useful. Let's exit. So it was the first method we can connect to our Linux instance. But very common methods, we are using that Ssh Client. If you are a Windows or Linux environment, usually we prefer to using our command prompt or terminal environment to SSH to our instances. So all other details are here. Make sure that you have the key, and just keep the read permission only on that in a Linux environment. And just the command we can see here is that the full length how we can SSH to our instance. Other information like our public DNS also can be seen here, and this is a full command we can see. You just copy the command and we can use in our SSH client. I'm showing on a Windows, but in a Linux environment also same thing. So just copy, open the command line interface. That's it, and just paste the syntax, but make sure that you are in the same directory as the directory you have your key pair. So just keep it in a download and just paste the command. Just press enter, and SSH can be done via this method. So accept the key, and that's it. We are in a same instance connected. I can just use that standard Linux command here. So yep, if I can type, just EC2 user, and you can use a nano to create files if you want. Just test. Here we go. Just create the text file. And just you can see that there's a file exists. I can use a Vim. Just go to the insert mode and just add some commands. Yep. Here we go. Oops. Yep. Just press enter, and hello AWS. Okay. You can save it, and that's it. So let's try. It's just a file. Everything is there. Just verify. Yeah, nothing specific. I just want to show you that how you are connected to your Linux, and you can run all the Linux commands here. Let's go out from this environment and move to the third method. Exit. Here we go. You can close your command line. As I mentioned, that can be worked both on your Linux or your Windows machine. This method, let's zoom in slightly and just review that what the commands looks like. SSH using the key AWS key-pem, the key pair we download, and that's the EC2-user, which is user at our public DNS name of our EC2 instance. Simple as that. And here we go. We just connected. Very well. So let's move to the third method. The third method, usually we use that some standard SSH client. Famous one in a Windows environment is a PuTTY, of course. We just need to the public DNS, which is on the same page, and the key pair we have, AWS key-pem. But remember that the PuTTY couldn't use the PEM directly, so we need to, then another application come with the PuTTY, is a PuTTY gen, is a PuTTY keygen, actually just get the PEM file and convert it to the file, to the key, private key, to the format that we can use in a PuTTY. So go to download directory, make sure that select all file, load the private key, and we can leave this as default, all the information regarding the key. Let's go with the RSA, and 2048 is good enough. Save the private key. Give me the prompt that you didn't set any password. So in production, to add another layer of security is a good idea. We add a password to our private key as well, but just a lab, just save, and just put the PPK. That's a format that PuTTY prefer to use it. So we just use the same name, AWS-key, and you can see the new file with the computer with a small hat is as an icon. You can see that, so you can differentiate that. There's a PuTTY private key, is a PPK format, and now we can use the standard application like a PuTTY to use it. So just let's copy the public DNS name. It's easier from this page, or also you can use it from the EC2 instance page. Yep. Okay, we just paste that and then go to the SSH tab and go to the authentication part and just browse and looking for the created PPK key. So just open that file. It's here. That's it. We're good. And we can go back to our previous page for a session. You can save the session if you like, but just press open and accept the security alert. And now is a login as, if you remember, you forget EC2-user, it's our username. Here we go, and that's it. We are logging again, this time using the PuTTY. Easy, we are in Amazon Linux 2 AMI machine, which we launched previously. So good things about using this standard application like PuTTY is just easier. We can use the terminal, so we don't need to directly console to the machine most of the time. That's the people who work with the network devices understand very well. And yeah, we can do anything. We are in a Linux environment. So let's go back to instance pages. Here's an instance. So just review, can connect. First method, easiest method. EC2 instance connect. Just press the connect and we are in. Or you can get the SSH client information like our public DNS of the instance and the user. And we learned 3 methods how to connect to our Linux instance. So I think this lab is almost done. We just need to terminate our instance. So let's see how we can terminate our instance. To terminate our instance, just go back to our EC2 instance pages, instance state. We have a different option like stop, reboot, or terminate our instance. And this time we just want to stop and successfully stop. We just need to refresh the screen and it's still running. So we're just stopping. So it takes a while to stop the instance. Just be patient. Okay, here we go. Finally, just stop. And yeah, so we can just terminate the instance if you like. Just select the instance and terminate. So by pressing terminate, we can get just delete the instance. Successfully is terminated. Just refresh and it's terminated. So that's how the way we can terminate our instances. Just these two videos, we learn how to launch our instance, how to connect to them, and how to stop and terminate them. Or if you remember in the previous video, when we create the instance, we said when we define that the hard disk or EBS volume for that instance, we said that delete that EBS also when we delete the instance. So you no need to manage your hard disk separately. When you delete or terminate your EC2 instance, it automatically delete and clean the EBS or the hard disk volume for that related to that, connected to that instance. So we don't have any instance here. We can verify, but of course our security group, everything is still remaining. It can be used. The default one and the SSH web, we allow for SSH and web access to our instance is there. After a while, you just give it some time. It will be deleted from your EC2 screen. I hope this video is informative for you. Feel free to leave your comments. I will be happy if I can answer your questions. Watch, learn, subscribe, and share video with your friends and colleagues. In next video, we are going to learn how to launch a Windows instance in AWS Free Tier. Thanks for watching. See you soon.